Okay, so we're on the third day of the anime season, and this is already the second anime that's come out of nowhere for me and been like, wow, this is actually pretty good. So, this one feels very nostalgic to me, and I can tell it's going to be quite generic, but I'm still getting into it anyway. So, this anime, Gunslinger Stratos, is reminding me of all kinds of other anime. It's got feels of the irregular Magic High School because of the battling kind of thing and the fact that they're going through battles in the middle of high school. Like, in the middle of their lessons, they're doing that. It also feels... It's got bits from Psycho-Pass in it, confusingly, where they're in kind of dystopian future where they can check people's bodies and based on their genetic data, they assign them ranks for how well they're going to do in life. Now, what it also feels like to me, from the video game world of all places, Final Fantasy VIII, because they're in high school learning to fight, and the main teacher looks a bit like Quistis to me with her hair. And the fact that she stands out so much despite being a teacher, it's pretty cool. And also a not very well-known game called Resonance of Fate, or End of Eternity, depending on where you played it, in which they are three people that run around with guns, either machine guns or pistols, shooting like madmen. Either way, the fighting in this looks incredible. When they get into battles and they're flipping around the air all over the place, dodging bullets while shooting their own, it's really cool. The storyline I'm not so sure about yet. We'll see how it goes. There seems to be two parallel worlds going on at the same time. One which everyone sees and one which is kind of computery because it's all staticky when you're seeing it from the real world, and you get sucked into it and then suddenly there's all these people with guns shooting each other and giant robots and stuff. But people are actually dying in that world, and it seems like people from the real world are getting sucked into that world accidentally and then dying there as well, because there's all kinds of mysterious cases of people being spirited away in the main city. So the main character, Toru, has a little sister, kind of. Maybe in another world. He keeps seeing her in the main world, the guy with the short hair. And this is a bit hard to explain. So there's the main Toru in the real world that we're introduced to, and he keeps seeing a young purple-haired girl running around that he feels like is his sister. First he has a dream about her at the beginning, and then he starts seeing her around the real world as well and chases her, which ends up leading him to the other world. Now, in the other world, there's another Toru with long hair and two really cool-looking guns. And a really angsty, emo-y, kind of reminds me of .hack GU's Gunslinger form kind of outfit. It's really cool-looking, and being into Visual K and stuff, I really like that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. So this anime is probably going to end up very generic because everything about it just feels like something else. But it still looks like it's going to be a fun ride along the way. There's lots of cool action in it. The main characters haven't gone stupid and gotten all etchy yet, so that's good. There's clearly quite a few relationships forming around. I'm not sure if they'll actually be deep and emotional or if they'll just be thrown out there because, hey, why not? We'll see. The characters seem interesting enough. Toru and his evil self are very cool. The main girl is a badass gunslinger herself. She's not just one of those pussy little girls that's going to get knocked around all the time. And the main girl also has a brother who's a bit of a psycho, and he's strong but not as strong as Toru, and he gets very prideful. He doesn't like Toru hanging out with his sister. So he's an interesting character as well, depending on how he develops and if he gets pulled to the other world and gets to fight as well. So, pretty cool anime so far. Lots of elements from other anime and video games which make it interesting and nostalgic feeling. Just in general, very cool for a teenage shonen kind of anime. Very simple, very enjoyable. We'll see how it goes from here on. I'm going to give this first episode a 7 out of 10. Because it was very interesting, but very generic, like I said. The animation was great. I have to say that. The animation in the fight scenes and the backgrounds and details of the city in general were amazing. And they had a lot of good uses of the soundtrack where it was strange, backward sounding kind of music when they were in the dream, and it's just been really good so far. There's a lot of symbolism when it comes to the crows and the feathers and all of that. And definitely going to keep this one up for now. So yeah, thanks for listening to my review. I really don't know what's going on in this other world, so leave a comment to let me know what you think's going on as well. And like and subscribe if you haven't. That would be awesome, and I will see you next time.